Hi guys, welcome to Like Father, Like Son, where we are not role models, but we're real models. This is definitely not role play. We're here for real play. And we're here, this is actually our first official YouTube channel for you guys, where we're going to be doing our first episode. So I actually wanted to start on where we actually got invited to our first event this year. When did we start doing content?
I think it's March.
So we did March consistently.
Was it the start of March? Yeah.
And we can say in June we got an opportunity to be around a lot of good people, great people in the content space, that we own up to gain good exposure going forward. But I would like to definitely give you some back knowledge of how that actually happened.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. Really, I was gonna ask you, like, how did it come about that we actually got the invite to be present at that pivotal moment for us? Like, how did that come about?
Okay, perfect. So it was actually unintentional, by the way, first of all. So I was literally on my family sibling holiday for our birthday in April, and my friend spotted that I was at the same hotel to one of his good peoples that in good rooms at the moment as well. So I said, all right, no problem. Like, if I see them, I see them. If I don't, I don't. I'm on holiday with my siblings, just enjoying having memories. And then for some weird reason, I managed to get myself locked up and I was staying for time. And I just saw her in literally just the communal area by the swimming pool, and we literally started speaking from there. And she's like, oh, are you Tay's friend? And I was like, okay, yeah, I am. She said, okay, tell me about yourself. And one thing I definitely learned just before even going to it is that you got to have boldness. That's one thing I definitely learned. Like, do you have your brand in your mouth before they even ask you, like, what do you do? Or let me see some social media. Like, what can you show, or what do you have in yourself that they can be convinced that this person is going somewhere? So we had like a good 2-hour conversation about godly growth, our faith, about where I've come from, our background, our family. And then she was like, okay, let me see some videos. So I was like, okay. I showed her some videos. On the spot. And I was like, right. And one thing I learned is that if you meet someone in real life, you've got to be ready. So I was thinking, I don't even know what video to show at the time. Like, what's the best video to say, aha, I like this brand? I was scrolling, whatever. I came up with the first one where we did the running in the petrol station about the Lucozade. And she started laughing. She said, oh, this is good. And started showing her. And she said, why did you start doing that? And for me, it's a real testimony about father and son. So she kind of saw that. And she's like, do you know what? I've got an event coming on. Come through. I can get you through with good tickets. I was like, no problem. That's fine. And then, that was back in April. And then closer to the date, I was like, I didn't even ask to bring my dad through the line. Good person, he said, I'll sort you out, just come here early. And just from that conversation, what I definitely took from it was, like I said, number one, like, do you have the brand in your mouth? Like, we want to do well. We want to see people that can help us. But do we have the brand in our mouth where it's like, this is what I do, this is what I stand for, and this is where I'm going? And then number two, have you positioned your social media channel well? If that's TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. I'll be honest, this is our first YouTube channel. So to see that we only had the LinkedIn and TikTok and she was engaged, she liked it. She's like, okay, like, I mess with you guys are quite good. But if we didn't have the position of just even starting, I don't think it would open us doors to probably going into that next area. So I can definitely say, Alicia Richardson, we have to say thank you for, first of all, being open to catch up in an unintentional area where you've just been able to flow. Like, you could have done anything else, but you chose. And this was like 10 p.m. We were just flowing for like 2 hours. And I was like, you know what, this is people's. And I can definitely say she probably calls me nephew because it's just family, man. So that's how we got the approach. And to be honest, I didn't even look into her that much. So apologies. But I fully understood her when we got to the event. But yeah, moving on to now the opportunity to go to the Spotify event.
So pause. So would you say you stay ready then? You didn't have to get ready?
No, yeah, it was in me.
So that's one of the point in focus that, especially for you, I'm learning myself. Stay ready, that way you ain't gonna get ready. Otherwise, you might have been on the back foot when initially having the conversation.
I think it's good to always stay ready. But I think when you have the right heart posture that this is authentic, like this is actually real, and I have a passion of where I'm coming from, then it's like when you speak, a person that is going somewhere understands where this person's going. And when she saw value, she was like, okay, what do you have to produce? I had what we were producing. Does that make sense? We had a small following, 37, probably like 35, small, but we was consistently posting. And then from then she said, you know what, come through, I'll follow you guys. And I think it was just nothing but love going forward. But yeah, we ended up getting to the event.
Do you know what? When you told me about it, you told me about your meet up, and you know the intros and everything else, and I kind of doubled back and went just had a look at what she does, because from what you told me, and something popped up on my feed from her, and she was basically saying the time is now.
Yeah.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Do it now. And it kind of boosted the energy. So I'm thinking, like, just her aura from what I saw was just energy, ready.
Yeah, it's good.
And for me, I'm very different for you. I'm a man of few words. So like the anxiousness and, you know, coming out of my comfort zone and stuff like that, it is quite difficult. So when you was like, oh, come along, I was kind of in two minds.
The real story.
Go on.
I tried to get him tickets, but that Spotify event, just to be honest, it got sold out that there was 300 plus people. No joke. I can get the evidence of the waiting list. I'm thinking, how? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, how? And she said, listen, come through. Listen, if you go outside, get there first, get there early, hour and 30 minutes early, we will get in. Gara, cool. So I've told my dad, and I was probably trying to get this through the line for the last 7 days. I said, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And I got back to him the day before. I said, listen, I've got the ticket. Do you know the first thing he said, yeah? He said, my hair's not done. I'm thinking, what? Like, do you know how much work I put in just to get through?
No, I'm not ready.
Is this person going? I was thinking, nah, you're this. And that's why another one, when you get an opportunity, it will be selfish of you to look at your parents or something that are within you when the opportunity is there for you to elevate the brand. And that's the one thing I took is you're one person away from changing or exposing your brand. You're one person away. So if you stop that out of your own setback or procrastination, that can close the door for the brand to reach the next level. And I can tell you obviously witnessed that.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, we managed to get in. The security guard was acting up a little bit, but you know, with patience, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're a brand, so you have to take time.
You was on it. You was determined, and you know what? You carried me through, because when I took a moment, I was sitting in the car when you was like, just hang on, and I was thinking, is this really for me? Like, is this for me? Like, do I really want to put myself in an uncomfortable situation? And you know what, with your energy, and as I said, Alicia as well, like just going back over a few of the energy that she puts out through her posts. Do you know, I just bit my lip, and that was it. We was in, and you know, the rest is history.
So, what was your mindset? Just before, because you don't really go to these events.
No.
So what was your mindset, just for the audience, just before, as a millennial as well, that you're in obviously your comfort zone, you're more or less around your people, it's a different environment. What was your mindset before going into the event?
Honestly, I was gonna bail out. I'm not gonna lie to you. Honestly, I was thinking, what excuse? I remember, I'm there now. We're dressed. We're together. We've got all the way.
Picked him up, you know.
I picked up. You know what I mean? The frigging park and everything's paid for. We're literally ready to go. And I'm thinking, what can I come up with as an excuse that I could kind of? And then you know what? I don't know what it was. You said something to me and kind of snapped out, and I was like, right, come, let's get in. And from we got there. And, you know, sign in. I think from I see the setting, it was a bit more comfortable.
Give them, what was the setting like though? Where was it, to be specific?
I mean, we was in the city. Okay. We was in the city, smack bang in the city. What's that? Charing Cross.
Okay.
Charing Cross, Trafalgar Square to be precise. Yeah. At the back of Savile Row. So it's
quite a high end area.
Yeah, it's definitely zone 1. Obviously, everyone who knows Savile Row is an uptown location. It's a nice spot, the HQ.
By the way, it was Spotify HQ. It wasn't like an extra session where it was like, okay, this is Spotify, we're here today. It was the HQ.
You know, when we first got there, I was thinking, well, maybe they've just kind of leased the spot kind of thing. Cause we got there and it looked prestigious, but there weren't no obvious like branding. It wasn't plastered all over the place. So it's quite low key until you got up the stairs, innit? And then once you're up there, it's like it just everything was like to the back then. From what I was able to get in, from when we was in the line, to be honest.
It was the first one.
We was at the front.
As you know, diligent had to happen.
Yeah, definitely. And the line was thick.
Yeah,
the line was thick.
Serious,
so even that moment there, I'm standing up there, I ain't talking to no one. I'm looking at Elijah, he's networking. I just standing up there stiff. You know what I mean? Not talking to no one. And then I got talking to a lady that She won something on one of the on an online thing, and that's how she got an invite. We got talking, kind of broke the ice, and then that was it. From we headed up the stairs, it was like, rah, this is it. Like, so there's no going back.
Like the experience now, as soon as you've gone in, what was the experience for you during the time?
It was warming. I mean, all of the anxiousness that I had, that was building up to obviously entering, it was still there, but from we entered, and it was just smooth. It was like there was no, because all right, with my generation, you know, we operate in our comfort space, isn't it? So like when we're not comfortable, we kind of exit, or we look for areas that we can kind of like just base up. So like naturally, when I've gone in and I'm uncomfortable, I'm like, right, where's the exit, where's the toilets, where's the bar, like that, just doing a little analysis real quick. But as soon as got up the stairs, obviously I'm looking around, and to be honest, it kind of just lifted off of me. I mean, everyone was just there for the same reason. No one was watching nothing. No one was there for any with any agendas driven. It was just networking. So to for me, I would say definitely the experience for me, and something positive that I would say going forward to anyone that is a little bit like me or have a slightly similar background with like battles with anxiousness and social anxiety and stuff like that, that like operating in an uncomfortable space can really position you differently, and there's only good things to come when operating in an uncomfortable space. Like, we're not talking about obviously dances or nothing like that, like positive, whether it be brand, whether it be business, whether it be yourself, whether it be others, like positivity really speaks louder than negativity.
That's good.
And like once I got in there, everything was lifted, man. I'm looking around like it actually looks weird to not do and not network and not just be yourself, and especially when you're not being authentic. Like if someone was in that space that wasn't being authentic or had a separate agenda, I don't think it would have been able to hide. We wouldn't been able to hide it. So like there was a moment where I'm standing up there and I'm like, oh, this actually feels weird. Like everyone is meeting and greeting, like, and I'm like putting up like. So obviously you kind of go with the swing of things, but the message that I wanted to put out there is like, come out of that comfortable circle. Start operating in the uncomfortable sidelines, because you can expand, man. You can grow, and for me, that was progression for me. Like you already know. Once I come out of there, I was like, "Bro, I love this. This environment is so welcoming."
Yeah, it was good.
And you know, you can take so much from it. So yes, the links, yes, the connections. You know, yes, the meet and greets with so many different creators, so many different creative minds. It was wonderful, but from the transition from obviously entering and getting through and then coming out the other end, I thought, you know what, these are really the spaces that we want to be. We want to be in. You know, everything else is another time and a place. But because you know what, it's like she had it set up like it was a social.
I wanted to get into it.
You know what I mean? It was a social thing, and it was like rare, but everything was just natural. Not everyone there was doing their own thing, was promoting, was welcoming. It was just a meet and greet and link up. Everyone wanted to just link and network. There was no one that was on something different. So and even, you know, other than that one security guard, there are other stuff there. It was wonderful.
But it goes to show, that you have been used to one way of like experience in life. So obviously,
introductions.
We'll be honest, like you kind of got like that more party scene where you have to be careful who you're looking at. You have to be careful around the whole sense of this security is moving mad. Do I need to watch my space? You get what I'm saying? And this is the beauty of being in certain rooms. It does cause a comfortability, but once you fizzle in, like it's great. But I'll be honest, even when my dad was fizzling, I was still getting onto him because I'm like, this isn't as a party or a dance where you sit, chill, and look. If you don't grab what is yours, you have missed it. That is purely it. And I think when I...
Message received.
Yeah, 100%. I said, what we playing about? I think I said one thing, it was one joke. I said, the way we chirps girls, in the past, it's the same way we should chirp someone in a way of business and growth and relationship. It's definitely, and I feel like if you have that right strategy, if you're coming from that type of background, it works very well. Do you get what I'm saying?
Transferable skills.
100%, and that's something I would definitely say. But when I was making my way to Spotify, I was just thinking about my dad. I've personally, in a sense, in a way of like, I'm kind of used to this. I wasn't used to what the type of people in the room with, like what they were carrying, like the type of people in the room. But I was used to going to networking events. This is something that I've absorbed from quite young, being in these type of rooms. But I'm thinking, what's my dad gonna do? Is he gonna be the quiet one? And I'm thinking unity. So there's no way I'm gonna speak to this person and my dad not be there. I can't say, my dad's over there, because it breaks what we came here from. So I'm thinking, okay, how's this gonna work? And my dad's asking me so much questions in the car. What do you think? I just said, cool, we're gonna see someone, gonna speak to them, and we're gonna see how it goes. You're thinking strategic. I said, listen, my goal, we're gonna speak to people and just see. I feel like if you come with a certain angle, you're only gonna leave with a certain angle. But if you leave, if you move with more of an open perspective, people are going to say, okay, what's this person doing? So when I got in, I said, wow, like, it was quite good. I had a little bit of stages of interactions, photo booths, things what people were selling and what their brand was about. And it was amazing. And we got into like the whole, what was it? The auditorium where we was.
The auditorium.
Yeah, where it was the theatre bit. And then there was like, get food. Bear in mind, it was free food, chicken and rice in a high-end area. I said, wow, this thing's different. They didn't even charge me for Fanta. I said, this is levels. And I think those are the things. I'm not saying free stuff goes a long way, but it was just more of like a welcoming, like, you deserve to be
icebreaker, definitely.
And I think it went a long way. So when we even started to get into the groove of it, like, I knew for myself, just as a brand, if you're trying to grow a brand with someone and their confidence might not be here, sometimes you have to carry. So I was in certain areas and just asking certain questions or just saying a compliment to open some things going forward. And when we started speaking to people, we spoke to someone on the left and he said he does a cream brand, and he was going through personal stuff with his health and he ended up putting it out, and his numbers and his prices were crazy. But I was like, he's only charging us for a certain reason. And then we bumped into that other woman.
That's right.
Where who said she looked like, is it Little Kim or no, was it not Ice Spice? Yeah, Spice. And we were just busting jokes, but then we found out who she was, and I was like, from the backing of unintentional networking, not going with like a specific thing, but just finding out why you're here, what do you do for yourself, it just opened so much doors, and people started to see us, and then we started to understand cans. I thought we was the only one, we were the only one that didn't have tickets, because I'm thinking, what's going on? And I think it was so good to give like a pre-Cannes festival thing, what to do, what to go out there, how to network, how to build, and how to come up with something than just go there on like a party and a lit vibe. And I think even the panelists were great. They dropped so much gems.
Brilliant.
But it just opened doors of who was in the room, like how to move in the room, like not asking for pictures, but I was going in a sense of not of a fan pictures, but I want to go in a sense of taking pictures for memory's sakes, because we're going to most likely see them later. And for me, Cannes is a big experience. I was thinking, being in this room was amazing, but I know there's something over there. Do you get what I'm saying?
That sounded like
we'll be there next year.
That sounded like the place to be, man.
It looked like there was a lot of game changers there, and there was a lot of genuine people in the room, man. I just want to say thank you, genuinely, Alicia, for the whole setup. Like, I didn't really fully knew what weight you held in a sense of who you knew, what your circle is, what your network is like. Wow, I'm thinking I tap in.
But you know, the wickedest thing is she's freeing it up for everyone. She wants everyone to just meet and greet and link and build. Like her, because she was even saying, remember, she don't charge for the event.
Which is amazing.
She's putting these on. She's bringing all of her network to these places for people like us that, you know, that similar to us, similar journeys, experience, whether it's brand, whether it's themselves, whatever it is, come in, meet, greet, sell, push, just get your face, get whatever it is you've got going on out in front of the right people, or even just people alike. And that's what I have to rate about her. She's not showing no signs of gatekeeping. It's free for all. Just come and represent what you represent.
It was good, man. I want to ask though, just for the Like Father Like Son brand, just for the audience. what was like your take home from going to the event? Like, what did you learn for yourself, and what did you learn for the brand?
For myself, it was a straight up like the confidence in breaking through or breaking out of that headspace or that space that I've spent so many years of myself and just how I operate. Breaking out of that, breaking away from that, and experiencing something different and actually enjoying it. Like I felt the progression. I was like immediately. That's what I was saying to you. Listen, this is where. This is the zone that we want to operate in. Not even because of the people in the room or because of the free game that was coming out from all of the panelists. Like that environment is the environment that a creative mind like you and ours should be surrounding themselves around. You know when they say like, show me your friends. Those are like we want to be in places that I felt really, really empowered being in places where other people thought like myself. It wasn't uncomfortable. It wasn't awkward. It wasn't anything. Female, male, tall, short. Everyone was, and it just being there for me. I was like, you know what? I can take a lot of learning from this. Just seeing how everyone else. No one's itch up. No one's modeling. No one's worrying about anything. And moving away from whether it cost or whether it didn't. Like, to be honest, I understand what they say when it was like, I would have paid to be there. Like, I took away so much more than what it would have cost to be in that place. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I said, big up to Alicia McCarr. Just having that circle and saying, listen, everybody, not everybody, but come through and see what you can spin off of it, mate. And she's so warm in herself, she's a lovely lady, so warm and so nice, and all of her circle of friends too. So, that for me, it was the step into an uncomfortable space and still be able to thrive and find
your feet.
Because it's quite difficult for myself and other men in my generation that operate like that. So I know your generation, this is normal for you.
This is surprised, because I think people say I'm quite gifted in this type of sense of like networking, speaking to people. Like you can put me in any room, not even of cockiness, but you can put me in any room, any culture, any size, any race, any country, like, and I'll be able to find a joke or find a way to just speak to someone. And I think those places are the times to do well and go forward. So like for me, what I practically kind of learned from going to the Spotify event is being visible. I feel like we're in a generation where visibility is a must. There's no way you want to grow your brand but you're not visible to make it happen. And visible is being in places, let people see your face. Definitely. Like, this is what I do, follow me, or I follow you, or let's connect, or what can I learn from you. That's another one as well, is that there was so much people in the room. I was just asking questions like, what brought you to this event? How long have you been coming in? Is this your network? Is this something new? And you start to grasp where everyone's come from, they're not too far from you. But if you're not in those rooms, you don't understand where these people that's got great numbers, great followings, great networks, it's like, wow, you're not too far from me. You're actually visible. And that's why for me, what I've learned really, like being at an event for the brand, is that we have to be in places as unified as possible.
Definitely.
And be invisible. Like, this is like father, like son. We know that a lot of people are not doing this, and we're coming from a place where this is genuinely, we are coming from a background where we can help people grow. But being in these rooms can help you with the brand, help you to market, help you to know what to put out, how to gauge an audience, how to grow your social media channel. And to see it was just amazing, man. It was definitely amazing. And
what was really insightful as well is that everyone that we spoke to, obviously everyone had a platform already that was there. There were people with crazy followings, and they was actually interested in what we had to say. They were thinking, who are we? You know what I mean? They wanted to know more, and I thought,
it's sick.
Like, there's no hostility. It was really nice. You know what I mean? It was really nice. Just to be included, man. And if this is what the world looks like these days, which I know that there's different corners of it.
It's a small minority.
You know what I mean? But I can see why you thrive in these zones. But I mean, that, to be honest, just backing up what you said there, that's probably our balance, isn't it? Because you can naturally
Put me
just
anywhere,
just move with it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I'm like looking around. Okay, it's safe to.
Yeah.
It's safe. We can expose ourselves.
We are from Croydon.
But no, it was lovely.
Yeah.
It was definitely a pivotal moment for us, especially for me. At this age and stage as well, definitely, and
We'll
I'll be doing much more.
We'll be definitely at more events,
Much more,
and I think it's just a testimony to help you guys that if anyone out there is trying to start their brand, it's definitely good to just start off and be in rooms and just listen. Just listen, just see what they've got going on. And number two, like if you're trying to push your brand, position your brand. A lot of people say, I want to do a business, I want to open a business, be an entrepreneur, but how well have you positioned the brand? So when someone comes, like I said, you're one person away from changing your life. So when that person actually comes, you may know it may come, or like for myself, meeting someone on holiday unintentionally, do I have the position of my brand ready? Because without that, you can have the boldness within you to say, this is what I want to do, the great ideas, but I feel like when I'm around more people that do well, a lot of people don't get moved by the ideas, they get moved by the execution. That means if you're not consistently executing, putting stuff out there, not even perfect, but progressionally putting stuff out there, they'll think, do you know what, I want to be around you, or do you know what, I'll give you a chance. And that's after being there for yourself. So yeah, man, you're one person away from changing your brand, exposing your brand. And if that's one thing that I can take for today, hopefully that kind of blesses you going forward. So yeah, man, we'll be at more events. Cannes next year, we're actually staying it. I don't care how much it is. That one there, it's just recycle money. Whatever we put in, it will definitely come back. Do you get what I'm saying? And I know by the time we get there, as we're videoing right now, is that when they see us and we land there, our brand's going to shoot even more. And it will shoot in a sense of, you know what, I like you guys. You know what, you're doing well. You know what, help this school. Or do you know what, help this environment. Or do you know what, come to this country. And a lot of people are saying, go to America. So if it's something, guys, we've got something coming up as well. But if it's something that we have to go to America to release growth for what we are doing here, then we're going to do it. So yeah, man, like father, like son, we went to our first event, which was our first, and it was a massive event. It was Spotify, and it was amazing to see like my dad grow and us being there, and I think just the unity of being together. So yeah, tune in.